Jackie Pond Sunday.
Amen. Page 227. God of grace and God of glory. Page 227. We're just going to do the first three verses. 227. First three verses. Amen.
Amen.
Our New Testament scripture this morning comes from John 18. John 18. Yes, smile, Sister Carrie. One of these glad mornings, before this life is over, we will move away from John.
Yeah.
And then we'll sojourn back again. But the will of John, he is bad. Amen. John 18, and beginning at verse 28. John 18, beginning at verse 28. King James.
Amen.
You'll find these words in John 18, beginning at verse 28. Then led they Jesus from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment. And it was early, and they themselves went not into the judgment hall, lest they should be defiled, but that they might eat the Passover. Pilate went out unto them and said, What accusation bring ye against this man? They answered and said unto him, If he were not a malefactor, we would not have delivered him up unto thee. Then said Pilate unto them, Take ye him, and judge him according to your law. The Jews therefore said unto him, it is not lawful for us to put any man to death, that the saying of Jesus might be fulfilled, which he spake, signifying what death he should die. Amen.
Amen.
Heavenly Father, in this moment right here, we just say thank you.
Thank you.
We say thank you because you're God all by yourself.
Yes.
You don't really need us, but you're working out what you need to work out through us right now. So we say thank you right now for this moment. We say thank you right now for this opportunity. And we recognize it's not about us, but it is about you. Fall afresh on me and allow what you need to be said this day. So that your people might hear from you. Not just now, but even into every event of their future. In your Son Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I'm always laughing because when I get to look at the great Facebook, there's something new and exciting that people are celebrating on Facebook. So they were celebrating Sibling Day. And people were putting up pictures of their siblings. And some of these folks be looking at like, you got brothers and sisters. I never knew you had brothers and sisters. Or I never knew you had that many brothers and sisters. You know. And so you look at it and it's just amazing what God has done in their lives to allow them to be who they are.
Yes.
Even in times like this.
Yes.
So I was sitting up last week and I was like, well, I want to post a picture. And I was like, but I don't have a picture to post. I could have put up a picture of me with a silhouette. It said Happy Sibling Day with just a silhouette. But no, I said no, that would be a little silly. Sometimes you feel a little silly.
Yes.
Today is Palm Sunday, when we celebrate the triumphal entry of Jesus into the city.
Yes.
Recognizing that all of this was written in the book. So that this was foretold that it was going to happen. I've been through a lot of things in my life. And most of them I've been through by myself. Nobody was there with me. Except me, the Lord,
Yes.
and sometimes, you know, that little part of you that wants to think that it's large and in charge.
Yes.
But every now and again you have to remember it's not about you,
Right.
but it is about God. So I vividly remember one time when I was walking around and I used to wear this big old coat. And the big old coat I wore had a hole on the inside pocket. So everything I put in the coat was in the lining of the coat. So when you walked around, if you really needed to get it, you had to go down in the line and fish out what you were looking for.
Amen.
So one day, and I told this story before, we were walking on the edge of campus. And when we were walking, they're getting ready to put in a turning lane. But that was a convenience store, which ended up being a restaurant, and there was a gas station, a whole bunch of different things. But we were walking, a friend of mine and I, we were walking, and as we were walking, a police officer pulled up. And when a police officer pulled up, he asked us to stop. And this was a Huntsville City police officer, not what we call a RoboCop. He didn't work for Alabama A&M. And when he stopped us, we really didn't know why he was stopping us, but I'm assuming we looked suspicious. So as we were looking suspicious, he stopped us, and then when he stopped us, he asked us the questions they normally ask you. Are you carrying anything? Of course, our normal answer is no. And he kept on talking, and he eventually found out that I had a BB gun in my coat. Now, of course, he wanted me to get the BB gun out, which meant I need to go and fish in the coat. Now, that's not a good thing with a cop that's armed, and he's not exactly sure what you got off of in your coat. But I had to fish out the BB gun. And right there, while I was fishing out the BB gun and got it out, he became judge and jury for what was going to happen. Because he looked at us, he surveyed around, and he said, I don't see any holes anywhere. It doesn't look like nobody cracked the window or anything. But you know you've been carrying a concealed weapon. And I could take you in. And I'm sitting up there looking at him like, I didn't know a BB gun was a concealed weapon. But you're the authority, and you're trying to tell me that you're going to be lenient on me because I was carrying a concealed weapon. All I could do was say thank you. We got our stuff together and we walked back to campus. And after that, I never carried my BB gun inside my coat. I'm not going to tell you I didn't carry it. It just was where I had to fish it out. Amen. The trial is God. The trial is God. In today's text, we are looking at Jesus being led to the hall of judgment. What we need to recognize about this is that it was early in the morning. People are confused about how early in the morning it was. Some say around 2 or 3. Some say around 5 or 6. But whatever time it was early in the morning. And part of the reason it was early in the morning is because the people that Jesus had helped, the people that had begun to follow Jesus, were still asleep. So the people that were leading him to these judgment halls were the people that wanted him done away with. Period. They wanted to get rid of it. They took him to Pilate because they wanted Pilate to actually do the trial. Now, what is a trial? There are a couple of different definitions for trial. The first one's a noun, a formal examination of evidence before a judge, and typically before a jury, in order to decide guilt in a case of criminal or civil proceeding. But there's also a test of the performance, quality, or sustainability of someone or something. Then as a verb, a test of something, especially a new product, to assess its suitability or performance. In the case of Jesus, every definition applies. In the case of Jesus, every definition applies because Jesus was on trial. But he was on trial for what he did and how he performed, what he said and where he went. Jesus was on trial just for being who he was designed to be. I got 3 questions dealing with trial. What is the requirement for a trial? What is the requirement for a trial? Very simply, our requirement is presumed guilt. That's the only requirement for a trial. To presume that somebody is guilty. And in America, we say you are innocent until proven guilty. But the requirement to go before a magistrate, the requirement to go to court, is that you are presumed guilty. Who has the authority to conduct the trial? Who has the authority to conduct the trial? Namely, opinion. Y'all can say what y'all want to. Public opinion decides whether or not somebody needs to be on trial. And legally, a judge. But before they get to the judge, opinion has already formed itself and decided that a trial is necessary. What is the purpose of a trial? To prove innocence. Okay. A trial is to determine the legitimacy of an issue or to rubber stamp a will. Not a will that you make out with somebody dying, but the will of the people. How many of us know right now we got people getting out of jail every other day because all these years later, because of DNA and new evidence, they have been found to be innocent and their original trials have been overturned.
Right.
But the original trial was a rubber stamp of the will of the people that placed them on trial in the first place. And here we are, with Jesus being led from judgment hall to judgment hall, being put on trial for just being who he was designed to be. And when he got to Pilate was inside of the judgment hall, and they sent Jesus in. They did not take him in, they sent him in. Because they wanted to remain pristine and pure for the Passover, and they did not want to be defiled by accidentally touching a Gentile. Pilate, because the trial is God. Look at the situation. Pilate, we don't have anything in Scripture that says that Pilate was a follower of God. We don't have anything in the Scripture that says Pilate didn't know God or knew God or anything else, but Pilate knew people. And Pilate was in a position where he had to judge according to the law of the day. But he also needed to understand the will of the people. So when they sent Jesus in, Pilate looked around and he really knew that there was nothing that he could do with this man because the people that wanted to accuse him were not present. So what did Pilate do? Pilate didn't get up on his high horse and say, I'm who I am. They need to come see me. Pilate got up and went outside and looked them dead in the face and said, why are y'all bringing this man to me? Isn't it very sad that when the people that want to accuse you won't even show up in court for your trial? When I was growing up, I went to court 3-4 times because somebody got shot. And the person that got shot filed charges against the person that shot them. The person that got shot was an attempted robber. But because he got shot, he filed a civil claim for his injuries and damages to him because he got shot in the leg with a 22 caliber pistol and still walked away. Matter of fact, the only reason he hit the ground after he got shot is because when the man that shot him looked at him, he said, man, you've been shot. Don't you see your leg bleeding? And when he looked at his leg and the blood was flowing, he went into shock and fell down. For these folks that could not take Jesus into the court for his trial outside. When we went to court 3 times, the man that got shot never showed up. The judge refused to throw it out until the 3rd time when they didn't show up. Pilate was within his right to just let this go because the people that brought the man for trial refused to come in to even press the charges that needed to be pressed against Jesus. Amen. But Pilate, not looking at his own importance, went outside. And he asked them folks, why did y'all bring this man to me? What are y'all charging this man with? Because they didn't even send charges in. Wait a minute. I took him to court. I sent him in the courtroom. The judge is sitting there with nothing to say why he's here. And the judge says, well, the people that brought him are outside. Let me go out there and talk to them. Okay, people, what have you done? Why did you bring him to me? Tell me so that I might arbitrate that which you want me to do. And they said to him, if he weren't guilty, we wouldn't have brought him. I don't have a law degree. But saying he's guilty of what? What is the charge? I come outside to ask you what are the charges, and you tell me, oh, he's just guilty. He is just guilty. I can stand up here right now and say, I'm guilty because I know I'm guilty of sinning against the Father. I can stand up here and say, I'm guilty because I know I've done wrong in my life. I can stand up here and say, I'm guilty because I know God. I can say I'm guilty because I know that when I talk to somebody, I haven't had a simple word to say sometimes. I can say I'm guilty because when people look at me sometimes, I give them the stone cold look that says, leave me alone. And I should be saying, come unto him that has made me and sustains me. And if you look at me, you need to see him and not me.
Amen.
But all they can say is he's guilty. And what was Pilate's response to them? Take ye him and judge him according to your law. And they look at him like, he in there, waiting on you. Now you telling us to take him back and judge him according to our law. How about let us tell you in our own words, number one, our law is not sufficient to do what we need to do to this person. Our law is not sufficient to do what we need to do to this person. Why? Because our law is going to require that he goes before our people, and our people are divided as to whether or not he is guilty. We only have a select few with us, and the select few have already made up in their mind that he must go. Now, if you give him back to us, and we've got to go through our process, then that means we've got to open it up. And when we open it up, there are going to be naysayers that are going to say that we are wrong, and we are not wrong. We gave him to you so we don't have to worry about what's going to happen. Plus, we gave him to you because we no longer have the authority over our own people when it comes to life and death. We can't kill this man. And if we could, we have to kill him by a means that is not written in Scripture for this man. That's why the trial is God. Because Jesus was God's property. Jesus is and was God. And there was a prescription that was already written for what must happen in the life of Jesus. So they sitting up there basically telling Pilate, go back inside. We tell the judge, go back inside. We live here. You work here. Go back inside and do the work that we set before you. That's what they say. The trial is God. They did not understand that they were merely puppets and pawns in the grand scheme of life. They did not understand that just like in some of our rigged trials, they had rigged the trial, but they didn't rig it understanding that their outcome was going to be favorable to them. They did not understand that God had already ordered the steps of the rigging so that it would work for my good. People say, for your good. Yeah, for my good. Why was it for my good? Because Jesus had to be led from judgment hall to judgment hall. Why was it for my good? Because Jesus had to stay the course all the way to the end of his life. Why was it for my good? Because he had to live the life he lived. Be put on trial for doing what he did. But then he had to die in the end, not just for the trial, but for my sins and for yours. They did not understand that they were willing pawns in the grand scheme of God to allow all this to happen so that he might be able to reopen open the windows of heaven for lost men, women, boys, and girls that they might be able to get in simply by the blood of Jesus. This trial was a farce of a trial, but it was a farce of a trial because the sacrificial lamb had to go to what? Calvary. This was part of the process. This trial is God because it's just a process to get to the next step so that we might be able to claim the victory in our lives. He lived, bled, and died, but when he died, he did not stay dead because they never understood that this court did not have the authority to do anything without the will of God.
Amen.
The trial is God. And I'm so glad that in the end, he got up out of the grave on that third appointed morning. Not with some power, but with all power in his hand. Because the trial was God to allow him to go all the way through to the end. And then at the end, when he got up and people saw him, they could testify. Now, if you want to really have a trial, why don't they have a trial about whether or not he's alive? I can come up with some witnesses that will say that Jesus is alive. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was in a fiery furnace, and they can testify that Jesus is alive. How can they testify that he's alive? Because when they were sitting up in there, even the king had to come and look in there and say, I thought we put in 3, but I see 4, and the 4th one looks like the Son of the living God. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest friend, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. Most people don't understand that all other ground is sinking sand. Some glad morning, when this life is over, and I'm standing before the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and I'm there for my own trial that is God's trial. All I want is for the people that want to say he's not worthy, come on up to right glory. Say that I'm not worthy. Come on up to right glory. Say that he does not deserve to be there. Come on up to right glory. Because I want you to testify because it's already written in the book. But I'm not worried about your testimony. I'm not worried about you testifying against me. I'm not worried about what's written in the book. What I'm worried about is whether or not the Lamb of God that's taken away the sins of the world will stand up in God's sanctuary and say that I have been washed in the blood of the Lamb. If I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb, my name is written in the book and everything has been washed away because the blood has made me whole. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All of the ground is sinking sand. All of the ground is sinking sand. When darkness hides his lovely face, I rest on his unchanging grace. He stayed the course for me that I might be able to claim the victory even in days like this. I can claim the victory when men spit on me. I can claim the victory when people kick me. I can claim the victory when people talk about me like a dog. I can claim the victory because God has already made a way out of no way. Jesus is the answer to this world today. We need to claim our victory, not just now, but even forevermore. On Christ, God and rock our faith, all other ground is sinking.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Have you wake up? Have you wake up? Glory. Thank you, Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
Jesus.
you, Jesus.
I'm so thankful that you have not.
Yes, Lord. Thank you.
I'm thankful that you're the same today, yesterday,
Lord.
and forevermore.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
I'm also thankful that you sent your darling
Thank
son
you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
to stay the course. He was tried at what some people would call a monkey court,
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
but he stayed the course.
Yes.
He was tried by people that did not know him, but he stayed the course.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
He was sent to trial by people that wanted to undo what he had already done, but he stayed the course.
Thank you, Lord.
And God gets the glory
Yes.
because he was yielded to the will of God
Hallelujah.
from the beginning to the end.
Thank you, Jesus.
And we need to be yielded. We need to be yielded to you through him, that we might be able to face the trials in our lives. Recognizing that the trial is God. And that we're just going through these temporal things because of some of the choices we've made.
Yes. Yes.
But the blood is sufficient to cover our multitude of wrongs. If we turn from our wicked ways and just return unto you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus.
So we say thank you right now.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
That you've given us one more opportunity.
Hallelujah.
We say thank you right now, Father,
Thank you.
for your word that was made.
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
We say thank you right now.
Thank you.
Return unto you. Father, move the sin from our lives. Move it from our minds and our spirits that we might serve you in spirit and in truth. For we recognize that until we are surrendered, as Jesus was surrendered, we cannot live out our full manifest destiny. We must be surrendered unto you, recognizing that the trial is God. And that we're going to have to go through some things. But what we're going through is actually for our good. We just thank you right now for your word. Thank you. We thank you for what you're going to do. We thank you for bringing us safely just far along life's way. And we're thankful that this is not the end, without the beginning. As we're on trial, allow us to be worthy of the blood of Jesus. For we're not worthy innocent of our sin, but we're worthy because of our faith that Jesus Christ is the Son of God that takes away the sin of the world. I just now believe in the Lord. In His name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. 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 If anybody wants to come to the altar, amen, the altar is open. Amen. The Spirit of the living God is trying to do something with you. Yeah. Amen. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but the Spirit's been showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bible study. Yeah. And the retreat. On Sunday morning.
Hallelujah.
Amen. It's nothing I can say. The Spirit of God is here.
Amen.
The altar is open. You know what? I have anointed this altar so much they need to find. The anointing of God is in this place. What you need is here for you.
Amen.
If you need to come to the altar is open. If you need to scream, holler, jump, and shout, you got all that room. Amen. The trial, he said, is God. I know you heard the word this morning. If you heard what he said, and then did you hear what the Lord was saying? Yes. Yes. Amen. Amen. Did you get the message? Yes. 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 God knows it couldn't have been any plainer. And if you don't understand it, ask God. Amen. The Lord is speaking. Yes. Yes. Are you an old man? Can you hear? Yes. God, we just pray that you will open up the ears and the blinded eyes and continue to have your way. Amen. In any time. Continue to have your way in us. Lord, I thank you for the move of your spirit. Lord, I thank you for the new level that you're trying to bring us to. Lord, I thank you. Because it is for you. And it will take all of that and more for some of you. God is real. Yes, he is. Just yield to him. Amen. It ain't so hard when you yield. Amen. Don't nobody care if you cry in the church. Lord. My God. How about you need to cry? Yes. Don't nobody care if you get up and walk in the church. You free. Ain't nobody gonna think you crazy. Now, if you out there on the street walking, they might think you crazy. But you in God's house. Where you can get rid of some of this stress. Amen. Amen. Let the Lord have his way. Oh God, we say thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Amen. The office open. Amen.
Hallelujah.
The door of the church is open. The door of the church is open if you want to join. Yes. And if you want to get up and say something, you're free. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Amen. You got time. Praise the Lord. And I'm going to sit back down. Amen. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. If you must go, you can go. Amen. Praise the Lord. But God is trying to have his way. My Lord. Oh, just say, thank you, Lord. Hear my heart. Oh, Hallelujah. Glory to God. Amen. Hallelujah, Lord. Amen. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Yeah. God is taking you to another realm in here. Yeah. You just gonna have to give up and believe God for whatever He's gonna do. But He's taking you to another level. Yeah. Don't shut it down. Don't shut it out. But let Him have His way.
Thank you.
Give it to Him. Give it to Him. Let everything and every weight release. You just have to yield. But it's like it went to another level with you today in the spirit. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like you hear there's a sound in the atmosphere what God is going to do in your life. You don't want to stop. You know, sometimes we stop because of fear. But God got something for you. Just for you. And God is doing a new thing. Just like He said, He's moving. And He's going to continue to move. Whatever God is doing in this season, and y'all, don't let Him do it without you. Don't let Him do nothing without you. This ain't just for one person, it's for everybody. What God is doing, He started
started with the revival. He's still going on. He's breaking yokes like never before. And he's going to continue to break yokes. The thing is that we have to have a willing heart to listen to the Spirit. We have to have a willing and an open heart to submit to God's Spirit. Because whatever He's going to do, I don't want Him to do it without me. I don't want to be in that realm. I want to be in that presence. And whatever it takes to break a yoke in my life, I don't care about folks. You know, I got to the point now. It's about my salvation. It's about my healing. It's about my deliverance. It ain't about nobody else but me and God. You know, I don't care whether you see me cry. I don't care whether you see me holler or shout or whatever. It's about me getting to the master. Glory be to God. Because that's what's going to keep us. That's what's going to keep us from Monday to all the way to another Sunday. Because if it wasn't for Him, ain't no telling where we'd be. There's no telling where we would be if it wasn't for the grace of God. So when God gets ready to move in your life, don't just sit down on Him. Do what He called you to do. Move. Even if it don't sound right to you or look right to you, just move.
Yes.
We got to sing as the thing say, keep it moving.
Yes.
Keep it moving in God. If He got something for you in your life, keep it moving in Him. Keep listening. There's a reason for us being in the discipline of meditation, because you got to be able to hear God.
Yes.
You got to be able to hear. And it may seem strange when God tells you to reach out or touch somebody or do something for somebody. Don't think it's strange concerning what God has for you. Just do it. Just do it. You know, it may seem strange to you, and a lot of people may want confirmation. But God sent somebody. And then He just confirmed it over and over again. But when we let God move in our lives, God does something for us, and He opens doors that we've never seen before. And we be sitting there with our mouths wide open, and our hearts and our minds is there. Wow, God, you're going to do that just for me? Because it becomes personal. It's just for you. What God has for you, it's for you. Can't nobody else get it. You holding up God's blessing by not walking in it. So the next time God tells you to do something, if He tells you to come to the altar, come to the altar. He said the altar is open. Open your heart. Just let God lead you. Know what He wants you to do. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful because God didn't have to wake me up this morning. There's a lot of people gone. He didn't have to do what He did today. I'm grateful. For His word. I thank You for that word because we on trial every day, whether we know it or not. The thing is that I want God to say, well done, my good and faithful servant. I don't want nobody else to speak for me. I just want God to see me for who I am. Because He already know my inside. He knows my outside. He sees part of me, but He sees all. And I'm grateful. Thank you. Amen. Sister Wanda, did you want to say anything?
I just want to say that, I'm just glad to be here. It's been sickness in my home. My mother was sick, with the arthritis in her knees and couldn't get around. Then on top of that, the allergies came. And I told her, we got dust there. We're going to have to get the house, carpet shampoo and stuff so she can get back to feeling like she's supposed to. She has asthma, and on top of that, she has had these allergies. And God has kept her because, she didn't have to be here.
You free to the one that's wrong. You got to hold your mouth.
I just want y'all to keep her in prayer. She's old. And, She's moving slower now.
Yes, yes.
And, I recognize that with my age, and, I'm blessed to have mine. A lot of people here, the mother's gone. I think me and Aaron, the only two here with mothers. And, I'm grateful. So, when you see me joking with her and stuff, that's what she likes. And, she likes, for people to make her laugh. She'll say things to make you laugh. But, I just want y'all to keep her in prayer.
Amen. Amen.
And keep me in prayer as well.
Amen. Aaron, did you want to say anything?
Okay.
I ain't asking you if okay. I asked if you want to say anything.
I'm just grateful for being here. Thankful for my life.
Go ahead, talk.
Yeah.
We're trying to do something for you. You need to open your mouth.
I'm just grateful. Don't know how else I'd have to experience gratitude to be grateful. Because I don't have to, I didn't have to be here. You didn't have to spare my life. My church could have been without a mother. Yeah, I think about that every day. It bothers me. Everything that they've gone through, but that's why I haven't recognized.
Amen. Sometimes when you talk and you put things in the atmosphere, it goes. Some of that weight lifts. Because the enemy, he wants you to be quiet. He don't want you to say nothing. He don't want you to verbalize stuff. He just wants you to keep it and worry about it and chew on it, but you've got to let it go. Sometimes you open your mouth, and wings will just come and take it. Take it. Take some of that pressure, that weight on. It's a blessing for all of us to be here. Amen. You ain't in that boat by yourself. Amen. Amen. Brother Marcus, you want to say anything? Sister Rose?
No, just blessings and loving what's going on, the atmosphere, the feeling God's presence, and being a part of it.
And Nathan?
Just basking in the spirit. Amen.
President?
Well, I just want to thank God for each and everybody who's here today. It's a wonderful feeling. I really appreciate hearing the word from Reverend Smith today. I agree with Sister Curry that it was a new level. It was wonderful to hear and to feel. And God is good. Absolutely. I'm so grateful to hear from Sister Wanda concerning her mother. We call her Mother Weir, but I know I really feel that she is my mother. I know everybody else. Well, I don't know what everybody else does, but I know how I feel. And she is a beautiful woman. She really is. It's wonderful. And we've had a lot of people, a lot of mothers in this church who have gone on. So it's really something to have one that you can hang on to as long as God lets you. And it's just it's wonderful what Reverend Aker does for Mother Weir and really anybody. But one day if God allows, we're going to be old too. Hallelujah. And it's all right. It's all right. So we have to take care of each other because hopefully somebody will take care of us too. It would be awful ugly sitting around. Nobody wants to have anything to do with you. Nobody will want to touch you or look at you or help you get in and out of the car. Oh my God. I'm counting on Logan in London for that. So. I picked them both up. I can still pick up Logan, but he's getting kind of heavy too. But I can't pick up London anymore, and maybe one day they'll be picking me up. Yeah, I thank God for that. I think it's wonderful that we are family, and we care about each other. Thank God for that.
Thank God for this morning, for waking me up. Authorized was with me this morning. My allergies was with me. But one thing about it, Jesus Christ was with me. And I pressed on to get where I know I need to be. Reverend Smith, thank you for the word. Thank you for letting God continue to use you. But as I look around this church today, everybody is emotional. There is tears in our eyes. But it's not tears of sadness, it's tears of joy as God continues to purify us and moving us to the level where He wants us to be and continue to be in Christ. But He said He'll wash the tears from our eyes. We should stay focused and stay on Him. This is a new movement. It's a new thing. We are new in Christ. We are a new creature. Waiting, wishing, and I'm ready to continue to serve God. Thank you for the word. Thank you for the leadership. Thank you for all the people in this church. You're my family, and I feel like we are family.
We're doing spiritual gift survey. I forgot to bring them today, but hopefully I'll have them next Sunday for the ones who haven't done it already. And I told some of you that we bought an empty basket for Mother Ware for next week, but we want you to bring something to put in her Easter basket. Okay? This is the one that don't tell. Amen. But I have some lotion and some nice soap, and bring something to Mother Ware to put in her basket. It's not a big basket, but bring something. Amen. Like Sister Wanda said, most of us don't have a mama. And you know what? She's like mama to me, because sometimes Sister Wanda, I just cry. I just start crying. And I tell God, that I'm so crazy. Yeah. Yeah, but we're here. Yeah. Because I need somebody. We all need somebody. And when I look at her, I suddenly morning and when I'm marching and I just hold her hand, like, I'm gonna make it. And I don't think Mother Ware, I don't think she realizes what she needs us.
She does.
We try to let her know, but sometimes I'm saying to myself, she has no idea that God made her for this group of people. I mean, I know she has a family, but she is something to the rest of us. It's like she's filling that spot. Amen. If you haven't lost your love, you don't know what I'm talking about. But it's nice to be this age and to have somebody come along and fill a hole in your soul. Amen. I thank God for His Spirit. Before the revival, I was just praying and begging God, do something in the Spirit and take us higher and His anointing, and He is doing that. And I tried to sit there and I laugh, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Amen.
Amen.
So I tell you to preach it, when you come up here to preach, know that something's going to happen to you. Amen.
Amen.
Praise the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
You want to just give us some here? Okay.
The trial in your life. Always simply. God allows them for a reason. It's only for a season. Because at the end of everything, God is going to get the glory in what we do when we're yielded to Him. The prayer is, He already knows what the outcome should be. The question is whether or not we will allow Him, by being yielded to Him, to allow us to walk into our manifestation and receive that which He has for each one of us. So thank you for this day. So thank you for this moment. For our hearts and minds are clear. Let us prepare now for the benediction. Now unto Him that is able to keep you from falling, and to present you faultless before His presence with exceeding joy. The only wise God and Savior, Jesus Christ, be glory, dominion, majesty, and power, both now and ever. Let the people of God say,
Amen. Look who's here
What did you tell me, right?
Clear up like one day.
I didn't take my test. They had to schedule me anyway. And I told them until the doctor called me back, they can take me on the schedule. I'm on the schedule.
So I guess this is just out.
Yeah. Please.